Objection!
Well, you gotta knock down shit with your tail. Alright, we're just jumping back in. Yes, but hello. Hello. No, good girl. Okay. We're gonna go back into episode 2. It's the trial. Yeah. Oh, you got something. You got something. Oh, ah. What you doing, nurse? October 13th, 9:36 a.m. Also, I just downed a really big shake. A little too fast, so I'm gonna be a little bit, bubbly. As in burpy. And, Nick. What is it? Is something wrong? No, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out this mask-to-mask glossy I bought. You bought this? Where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Mask-to-mask publicity's photo stuck in the corner. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lord Lee Taylor, I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you? Yikes. Anyway, I admit I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Please! Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, sir, me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is masked to mask or not, but there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. Then let's do this. Judgy poo, judgy wudgy poo. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? What? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Ah, he's the one that Detective Atmay was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Huh, none. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Huh. Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. This guy is a real deal, right, Nick? Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Trite. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Oh, then, Prosecutor Gobo? It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Wright. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. They make some interesting characters in this game. Well, then let's hear from the first witness. Yo. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. All right, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Mask to mask crime. Mask to mask. And I'm probably saying something wrong, but I don't care. It's a master thief that's first started his crimes through mask to mask. Sounds funny, if it is. If I'm wrong, oh well. If I'm right, cool. But if I'm wrong, it sounds funny my way. 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling cards before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was mask to mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. So then actual identity of this mask to mask is... Mr. Godot, what are you... We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself, that is coffee. Ugh. Yes, bitter ass juice. Everybody loves it but me. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please proceed. Very well. It's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Mask to Mask who stole the urn. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I am Zavari, author of Thieves. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal, except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you? Who is this person? Zavari? He sounds German. His name is Luke Atme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. Seems you're not the expert you claim to be. It looks like the thief is toying with me now. Even me now. Even now. What? Words? He's so confident that he sends a calling card before he even commits the crime. Have you seen all these so-called calling cards? Of course I have, except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atme stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lordly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain this card is real? You can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about the Mask to Mask's emblem. This was his 5th heist, and usually he sent a card to Lordly Taylor. His 5th heist and your 5th screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Wow. Looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. His pattern always to go after only the most precious art pieces. Art pieces like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Manan. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sorry, it's a blue diamond, a single rare diamond. Next with the crown of Bangora, you know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Magina, sir. Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Magina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his fifth and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking that's the same thing myself. Ugh, I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seems to know about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions, that's right, it means the masked Damask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was masked Damask who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is the mask, but also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was a masked Damask that did it, maybe for the time being, I should try to show it wasn't masked Damask that did it. The urn is worthless. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask to Mask would normally go after. Yeah. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask to Mask. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself. Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask to Mask or not? What? When I sit down to relax, everybody's like, we need to discuss business. My foot. Okay, get out of my green screen. Foot, you can do this. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Godot? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now. Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Mask to Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask to Mask's methods. A fake. A fake Damask? Fake Damask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. If I don't prove Mr. Godot's behavior at this point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Guess I'm gonna have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. Proof is right here. This looks like the photo taken by the security camera, but if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Huh, well then, why don't we go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use the pointer and show us just what about this picture so peculiar. It's right here, of course. You mean mask to mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A brooch, Your Honor, is a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, I see now. But the masked Damask in the security camera photo... he has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into Lord Lee Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this masked Damask is a fake. I've been fooled again. Oh, order, it's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you overlook this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now, if you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Huh, the brooch you're talking about. And do you mean this? That's Masked Damask's brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadows of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? He must mean the Ami Faye statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it is the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Order in the court. Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh, Phoenix, we have a problem. Damask brooch added to the court record. Ha! You mess with Godot. And you get burned. He's been playing with me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me, but I hadn't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. Okay. You've proven your own incompetence. Okay. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective to make an appearance, huh?